Hoping to bond him out. I myself am a free speech absolutist, and I just don't think he should be in jail right now.
These people are crazy, man. They're going out of their way, these W supremacists, fighting to get Chud the Builder out of jail. Now, we all know Chud the Builder is in jail for pow on the black man after he posted online that, you know, the end of all this will be an unalive chimp on the ground. We know that, right? Now, you have a lot of W supremacists going around saying, hey, he has a right to freedom of speech, right? But they overlooking the harassment part because we're not even humans to them. We're primates to them. So anybody can harass Negroes, black people, shines, whatever y'all like, all kinds of racial slurs that you like to call us. Anybody could just come out and harass us. Well, yesterday they got more bad news in court because they really thought that he was coming out of prison. They thought that he would be able to get bailed out. So you have people doing this, right? You know, the fan account Operation Free Dalton said update 1 o'clock source hearing for Dalton today. Everything is looking good for Dalton. The court will certainly try to kangaroo out and stall his justice, but bond should come through. And his misdemeanor bond should be dismissed. Lawyer optimistic and ready to see this through. Now, he's in court flexing muscles. We can do that too, right? Flexing muscles, he's doing all that, right? But the whole thing is, he had a guy that would come on, the guy Rosen guy that was going to put up $100K for him, right? But a lot of the bail bondsmen in that area said, man, we're not putting up no money with him. We don't want to be associated with him. We don't like this guy could be a terrorist. This guy's going around harassing black people. We don't want no parts of that because we run businesses here and our businesses is open to everybody. We do not want to be affiliated with a guy that was doing this. So now he would have to get like 10 bail bondsmen and they don't want to take no part. But there was like this racist gambling casino people that wanted to put up the whole $1 million to get him out, right? And they was real optimistic saying that this is going to work. We're going to be able to get him out of prison. Chud is finally coming home. He's going to get that F-250 back. He's going to be able to kick it with his girl and everything, right? Man, that judge wasn't happening. Now, mind you, I thought that this lawyer was the best guy in the state. I thought that this lawyer was going to come shake things up, man, have everybody afraid. Man, this lawyer was stumbling and bumbling all over his words. Man, that judge wasn't playing.
He is all transfer from dual.com. Anything about that?
I know some things about that. There was an attempt from Dual to send Mr. Leverson $1 million in funds. There was some kind of flag that a bank put on those fundings. And then the individual owner, or one of the owners of Dual, I'm not exactly sure how that's all structured, but one of the owners of Dual is wanting to send him that collateral personally. So I believe that's in transit as we speak. But again, between the insurance and Dual's actual cash money that Mr. Leverson will be holding, there's the $1 million right there in full. The court very much. But again, that's more of a security for Mr. Leverson and his company at this juncture. We have the capacity to post the bond. So that would just, I hope, put any fears to rest from the court that if Mr. showed that there wouldn't be funds to come to the county. County making a lot of gambling folks. A lot of folks like to gamble.
It's actually an illegal activity in Tennessee.
But it's not in Armenia, which I think is where...
It's illegal technically if I'm using my computer, using your platform, and I'm in Tennessee.
Yo, this thing is crazy. So this lawyer is supposed to be this top-notch guy. This guy's he's supposed to be that dude. But he asking the judge to take money from a casino that's illegal in the state of Tennessee. He like, no, we're not taking that money. And it's illegal in like 30 other states, right? So you want him to take dirty money, right? See, what happens is they with this, I'm W and I say so. And he thought maybe they were thinking that the judge was going to give them like special preference or something like that. And the judge is like, no, I'm not, listen, you got to come in here, man. You got to put your pants on and your shoes on like every other man. You made a choice to go out there and antagonize and harass black people. Even if the judge is a racist, the judge don't want to be seen as a racist. The judge is like saying, yo, you making us look bad. And I'm not saying that the judge is, right? I'm not saying, I'm making a point, right? A lot of the W supremacists and these radical conservatives come out and said, we don't support Chud. Chud is messing up everything. We're saying that racism doesn't exist and he's going out there exposing it. So he already alienated himself with them. That's why he can't get the money, because they already sent the mandate out. This dude is a lone wolf. He's on his own. We're not supporting that because he's going against our mission. They said this themselves.
Yes, sir. I hope Tennessee changes that one day because I like poker games, but not yet. But I believe even a casino in Tunica or Vegas could come in here and pay bail money and things like that if they wanted to. I don't think we'd consider it to be tainted by criminal activity. Yes, sir. And what we're doing with that whole statute anyways is we're trying to seize drug funds. We're trying to keep drug money from being in the community. That's the whole purpose of that chapter.
Where we are, bond's going to stay the same. Additional curfew restrictions as to the bond situation. It has been the practice of this court and continues to be so that under our local rules, courts have to approve any bond. Quite technically, any bond over $75,000. Any one bond. Traditionally, my practice to not go over $100,000. It's going to continue to be my practice. That source troubles me. So I'm going to leave the restriction in place. Any bonding company would be limited to 100,000. Translates into.
You accept Mr. Rosen as appropriate source, correct, based on his testimony?
He divided up among 5 bonding companies. I'm not going to let him get into the bonding business. And let's be clear, it wasn't. I'm not real clear that Mr. Rosen's getting ready to clean out his $500,000 savings account, write a check to Wendy Davis, clerk at the Circuit Court in Montgomery County. It's up to him.
So this is where the judge start whining and crying and saying, listen, man, there's a bunch of bail bondsmen in the town, but we can only get 2 to work with us. The other ones don't want to be affiliated with us. Come on, Judge, wink, wink. You know you one of us, man. Why don't you just give us a shot, man? Chud needs to be out of jail, man. We looking bad out here in this country, man. Listen, the patriarchal W, man, is the one in power. We have a right to govern and rule over everybody. Why are you siding against us, man? You let these people win, man. We have a right to go up to them and harass them with a firearm and mace. And if they're upset because we're calling them racial slurs, we have a right to mace them and pow them. This is America. This is the American way. Why aren't you supporting us, Judge?
Your Honor, there might be 20 bonding companies in this county. And it's my understanding that maybe 1 or 2 are willing to do business with us. Is there any way the court would consider raising the amount of money that one bonding company can operate? 10 different bonding companies is onerous. It's very difficult for us to get 10 bonding companies to do business with Mr. Ashwood.
That's a Pandora's box that I'm not going to answer. That's a policy that has been followed for some time. In fact, I think I actually increased the amount for my predecessor. I do find it somewhat peculiar. As I look at the materials, it looks like the $1 million, quite frankly, it's not clear whether the $1 million is being transferred to the surety company to, I guess, keep LA bonding in good graces and keep their capacity where it needs to be to write other bonds, but for whatever reason, I am concerned. That source troubles me, so I'm...
Your Honor, there might be 20 bonding companies in this county. And it's my understanding that maybe 1 or 2 are willing to do business with us. Is there any way the court would consider raising the amount of money that one bonding company can operate? 10 different bonding companies is onerous. It's very difficult for us to get 10 bonding companies to do business with Mr. Ashwood.
That's a Pandora's box that I'm not going to answer. That's a policy that has been followed for some time. In fact, I think I actually increased the amount for my predecessor. I do find it somewhat peculiar. As I look at the materials, it looks like the $1 million, quite frankly, it's not clear whether the $1 million is being transferred to the surety company to, I guess, keep LA bonding in good graces and keep their capacity where it needs to be to write other bonds, but for whatever reason, I am concerned. That source troubles me.
So these people are crazy, right? So from the fan account, Operation Free Dalton, right? The fan account is decentralized, privately funded, crowdsourced, collective of hyper-creative individuals across every field of expertise, united to back the most critical political and cultural fights in this country with the cause of our choosing. We operate through conscious-driven mimic warfare, right? A centric digital and analog strategy and ground level civic action. We cannot be hired. We cannot be brought. We choose the fight. We choose the cause. And once we choose, we do not stop. We will make sure the truth comes out, whether they like it or not. See you in Clarksville. So these people are talking about, basically January 6th, turning up in Clarksville, justice for Chud. That's what they're saying. But these people believe that they have a right to do what they do. They are W Americans, and they have a right to rule and govern the world. Everybody else are beneath them. You're not even the gum at the bottom of their shoe. They civilized you. Let me tell y'all something out there. These people believe that the only reason why you have rights to anything is because they're allowing you to have it. You are not intellectually on their level. You are nothing without them. You are primitive people without them. They believe that. So they believe they have a right to govern you and do whatever they want. That's what they believe. So, you keep thinking you got camaraderie or these people see you as equals. No, they don't. They only see you as equals when you're exhibiting behaviors that make them feel comfortable. That's it. And even when you're doing that, you're still in danger at times. It's not hate, it's history. History speaks for itself. I have the history on my side to prove it. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. If y'all made it this far in the video, leave your comments in the comment section. Hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.